You special and she reckless. Remember, you're my bestest friend. Yeah, she my bestie. My love for you is endless. Nobody else can end it. And when I get the money back, then...
Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a demo on the new Dior Backstage concealer. The Dior Backstage foundation is one of my favorite foundations. That is still to this day the best shade match I have ever had, period. So if you are a shade twin, I will be sure to leave that video that I did, I think maybe it was like 3 or 4 years ago, down below in the description. So you best believe when I saw they came out with the concealer, I was hyped. Let's go ahead and get into our demo. So I got the shade 5W and I'm also the shade 5W in the foundation as well. I do not have the foundation, it's gone because I used it all. It was that bomb. I've been going back and forth with the thought of repurchasing it. I might. However, if you've been with me for a bit, you know my favorite way to just do my makeup in general is concealer under the eyes, spot conceal, blend it in, and go on about my business. So that's why I got the shade 5W, because I didn't want to use it to just, you know, brighten my under eye. So we're gonna go ahead. First of all, this applicator, I applaud Dior for trying to do something different in regards to the applicators, because most concealers these days, they just kind of do the tart shape tape large doe foot applicator, which I like. However, this right here is more so, reminds me of a lip brush that I would use when working on a client. And I don't know, I just don't know how I feel about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'll always put my concealer in the inner, because here is where I typically want most of the coverage, and then I'll put a little out here. I don't draw triangles, octagons. This ain't geometry class. Be mindful of your product, how much you're using. You don't want to be wasteful. And then I'm just going to take my favorite sponge. This is the Jumbo. Gotta be the Jumbo sponges from Ulta. I don't make it wet or anything. It's not damp, just dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend. So this blends out very easily. So this side has the concealer all blended in. And then over here, we're gonna do the same thing. And I like to work and blend my concealer up because I want to lift my eye up. All right, so concealer is on under my eye. And then I'm just gonna spot conceal. I always spot conceal around my nose a little bit, around my mouth, just in any darker areas I might have. Then we're going to go ahead and blend the rest of this out as well. Alright, so everything is blended out. I have not set yet, but I want to jump into the description. So a caffeine-infused radiant concealer that delivers waterproof, increase-proof full coverage with an innovative makeup brush application for precision. Coverage, full, finish, radiant, caffeine-infused formula helps skin feel energized and visibly depuffs the under eye circles. All right, now let's get into the real holy fill here, okay? This is not full coverage. This is far from full coverage. When I tell you, you guys, I was dramatically disappointed and underwhelmed when I first put this product on. I was just kind of like, wait, what? Because I already have a love for the foundation, so I'm thinking the concealer is going to be popping. And again, I understand the thought process behind the Dior Backstage. We're talking runway, supermodels. Something that you guys need to keep in mind when you are looking at specific collections or brands, whatever the case may be, is you have to kind of be mindful of the demographic. Dior Backstage is made for runway, backstage models. Models are perfect. They don't require a lot of coverage. Pat McGrath foundation, Another one, tried it, wasn't bad. However, if I'm thinking of something that's going to be higher end, cost that much, I best have some coverage behind it. But again, Pat McGrath, runway, fashion, queen, legendary. So that's why it is marketed in that way. Now for me personally, this concealer is what I would call the skin tint of all concealers. I feel like it did nothing for my skin personally. Yes, while it does look radiant in my under eye, there is some coverage there. I just, no, for a concealer, I always want my concealers to be at most medium, full coverage. That's just me, because I want to make sure that I am covering up under the eyes. Also, with spot concealing, this to me, it didn't hit. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. And then the creasing, that was the other thing. The way this settles, I don't know if you guys can see, but I have some serious creasing under there already, and I haven't set it yet. So I'm going to apply a little more to see if we can, well, to show you guys that you can't build this full coverage concealer. I just feel that when I blend it, it's there, and then it kind of just starts to disappear a little bit, and then just sinks into my fine lines. When I've been testing it out at work, halfway through, I was just kind of like, ugh. I didn't feel the need to give this a full wear test, just simply because, as you can see with applying it, you already know what time it is. So I am going to go ahead and set this so you guys can see the finish. And I don't mind it being radiant, like a little radiant under my eyes. That doesn't bother me. I'm just more kind of meh in regards to the coverage of it, and it doesn't last. It's not even summertime yet, so I don't even this on my oily skin in the summertime will not stand a chance, which again was very disappointing for me, just simply because the foundation was bomb on my skin in the summertime. So I was just kind of like, dang it, man, I thought for sure this one was gonna slap. So yep, it's set. Then I'll just go ahead and set the rest of my face. I am out of my Dior powder, not Dior powder, my Laura Mercier powder here. I need to go pick up some more. In fact, I'm about to go do that as soon as I'm done filming. And I'll insert some clips, because I do have errands to run today. I'll insert some clips at the end of the video, so that way you guys can just kind of, you know, see what it's looking like, but it's not going to be our traditional, you know, wear test. So this is what we are looking like. Is it bad? No. However, for me, it was just a letdown in regards to the coverage and the longevity of it. And the creasing of it all. It's just no. This is not a concealer that I personally would recommend to you guys, any clients, or even use on any of my clients. So I'm gonna go ahead, throw in a little bit of bronzer today. It's just a very, very light makeup day because, like I said, I've got errands and a few other things to film, but I don't need like a full-on beat. So I'm gonna throw on some bronzer and blush. I've been loving this NARS palette. This was one of those products I didn't know I needed. So it's a duo, and it's got the bronzer and blush. Go light-handed, because both of these highly potent. And then on my eyes, I just have a one of the Charlotte Tilbury quads, the Desert Haze. It's matte warm tones on my eyeballs. And this is very warm. Warm, 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 warm. AmFam. So this is the completed look. Like I said, very light, simple makeup look. I want you guys to keep in mind that, again, I always want you to be mindful of your makeup purchases. I review these things for you, so that way if you are maybe looking for a specific new product that you want to try, you have a review on. I don't review things in a way to make you feel like, oh, you need to go buy this because I'm talking about it. No, this is like, hey girl, let me tell you what's good in the makeup streets and what's not. And unfortunately, this Dior concealer is not good. I do not recommend. So I am going to go ahead and close out with that. Of course, that's just my opinion. If you have it and you like it and it works for you, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But for me, like, we paying high dollar, so there's a couple of things that need to be on point. First of all, just this is not full coverage, period. Not even close. My L'Oreal Full Wear, full coverage, okay? Full coverage. This is bomb, full coverage, affordable, drugstore. This, not at all. So down below, I want to hear your thoughts about it. We're gonna end with some clips throughout the rest of my day, so that way you guys can actually see what I'm talking about, how it's settling, how it's shifting and whatnot. At the time of me filming this, it is 10:55 a.m. Drop your comments down below. I wanna hear it. Thank you so much for watching. You know the deal, keep it simple, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Okay, you guys, so while I appreciate the brightening effect this concealer adds, the creasing that I have already, and the lack of coverage, so it's only 11:30, so literally just left the house, but I just wanted to pop in and show you guys this so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, of course, it's inevitable. I am going to experience a little bit of shifting. However, it's a problem for me when I put it on and it starts doing it immediately. Like, that's, that ain't the move. So I'm gonna carry on with my errands and I'll pop in one more time. All right, you guys, it is 3:30, just got back home, about to head to the gym, but just wanted to give you, this is like the worst angle ever, but just wanted to give you the real and what things are looking like. I have basically already lost all coverage that was here, and this is something that I had noticed in the salon when I was just kind of watching it, just how I mean, it don't last. So I wouldn't recommend this. Definitely if you have oily skin, it probably won't stand a chance on you, but just like as a concealer in general, this ain't it. So one of my errands, I ran to Sephora and I returned it. So that's gonna wrap up the check-in. Y'all know the deal. Keep it simple.